Hey guys, I am doing a favorites video today. Finally, I have had like a list of stuff I've wanted to talk about for like a month now, over a month, trying to get this video filmed, and I finally have time to do it today. So, I'm gonna get my list because I want to make sure that I talk about everything that was on the list. Some stuff, I didn't grab it, so I'm just gonna insert pictures because it's not really that important to show it to you anyway. I just kind of wanted to talk about it. So, where do I start with? I have no like rhyme or reason for how I put this on the list. Alright, talk about being unprepared. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it now because this battery's not fully charged and the other one is on the charger now. So I'm just gonna start with the stuff that I'm gonna insert pictures of because it's downstairs and I don't feel like going to get it. The first thing is I had never heard of the coffee company Victor Allen before. I can't find it in like stores around me or anything. I don't know if it's only sold on Amazon and like not in stores around here. But I was looking one day for like different K-cups to try. And I came across that company because they had pretty good prices for the size of the containers of K-cups. And I came across one called White Chocolate Caramel Cappuccino, and it is so good. That's my new, like, every morning I have that drink. So they come in the little K-cups, and it's like it's almost like hot cocoa, is the best way I can describe it, but it's like caramelly and creamy. It's so good. And they have a few other ones. They have like I think they have a salted caramel cappuccino that was pretty good. I've tried that one. They have just plain hot chocolate. I haven't tried that yet because it's kind of like, I'm only really in a hot cocoa mood in the wintertime, and it's starting to get warm here. It's not today. I have a hoodie on. It's pretty chilly today actually. But highly recommend those. And I've been getting Steven just like the coffee too, like the plain coffee. And like their French vanilla, it was 20 bucks for a 42 count pack, which is cheaper than a lot of the other brands. So I've been sticking with them because everything I've tried from them has such a good flavor. Like even the French vanilla coffee is very French vanilla-y. All right, and then the other things, actually, there's only one more thing on the faves list that I have to put a picture of. When we were sick with the flu when did we have that? End of February, I believe. When we had the flu, a couple months ago. Or maybe it was March. I can't even remember now. It wasn't too long ago, but I was trying every remedy for the cough that we had because we just had this dry hacking cough that would not go away. And for Aiden, it's really hard because he has so many like not sensitivity, what's the word? Sensory food sensory issues. So he has like an aversion to a lot of foods. It's gotten a lot better since ABA therapy and everything, but it's hard to get him to take medicines, especially liquids. Liquids are like the worst, and of course when you have a cough you usually go for cough syrup. So I found out that Mucinex makes gummies now for kids, and he was like, we tried other stuff and that was like the only thing he would willingly take at night because it's berry flavored. It wasn't too bad. Like Steven and I were both taking them too. But they're like these little round, about that big, like the size of a quarter gummies. And they helped his cough. We got the nighttime ones, so they helped him sleep. And they were just, I hope that they don't stop making those because that is like, they were a godsend. Like, I can't believe that he actually willingly took them and chewed it and swallowed it and everything. And I was blown away that he actually ate them. So, those are a huge recommendation from me for when you're sick. I believe they have adult ones too, I'm not sure. But the kids ones worked really well for us. So the next thing, I have a few perfume type things. So all this crap that's over here, I kind of didn't sort it. I just have to grab it and keep going here. So we have 3 of them to talk about. The first one is the more pricey one. This is the newest Ariana Grande one. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know I'm not like an Ariana Grande fan or anything, but she has the best perfumes. Like, I love every one that I have from her. I think I'm only missing like 1 or 2 from her entire line that she's put out. This one is called Cherry Eclipse, I think. It doesn't, that's one bugaboo I have about, like, it has really pretty packaging and everything, but it doesn't say the name of the damn perfume anywhere. It just says Ariana Grande on the packaging. It doesn't tell me that it's Cherry Eclipse. But the last one I had gotten from her was, even though it had a really nice scent to it, or it has a really nice scent to it, it didn't last. It was one of those perfumes that you put on and then it doesn't, is that the name of it? I don't want to waste too much time because my battery is already going down. Cloud Pink? Was that the one? I don't know. It was one of the other Cloud perfumes because I know she has like 2 or 3 different ones. But it just didn't like stay. Her other perfumes, I can smell them on me hours later, but that one didn't stay. This one is good. It's long lasting. It is, of course, because it's cherry, I had to get it, but it's not really fruity. Like you hear cherry and you think fruity, but it's more of like a musk. It definitely has like a little bit of a cherry note to it, but it's not very cherry-ish. It does smell good though, so I've been using this one a lot. And I did move all my perfumes. They're not over there in the corner behind me anymore. Now they're in my bedroom because I did a different setup in there, so trying to like make more room in here for organization and stuff. Then I have, this was a random spur of the moment buy in, it wasn't, I think it was TJ Maxx that I got this. It was either TJ Maxx or Home Goods. TJ Maxx, look at the stickers on the back. I was a little appalled that this was $16.99. Because usually their stuff there is cheaper, especially when it's just this no-name Keep It Peachy, it's called. But I smelled it, and you know how sometimes you smell something and it just like hits you in the brain and it's nostalgia and you can't remember what it is, but like you're like, I love this. It doesn't smell like peach at all. I don't know why it's called Keep It Peachy. But I couldn't think of what it was that was reminding me of something from childhood. But I bought it anyway because I was like, it's gonna kill me if I don't buy this. It smells so good. So let me explain. When I came home and I had Steven sniff it, I was sitting there, like I had sprayed it on me and I was smelling it, and it hit me what it reminded me of. When I was, it was probably when I was an older kid, so like maybe 12, 13, my mom had this obsession with this pillow spray. Loud truck or something going by. Motorcycle maybe. My mom had this obsession with a pillow spray from the brand Snuggle, like the laundry company, and it only ever came in like this little 2-ounce spray bottle, so she used to buy a bunch of them and stock up and like spray everybody's pillows when she do the laundry and stuff. This smells exactly like that. It is kind of fruity. Like it's called Keep It Peachy. It does not smell like peach to me. It kind of, like the Snuggle spray always reminded me of like a Fruit Loop type scent, but more fruity than like cereal scented. And that, this smells exactly like that. So I haven't even been spraying this on me. I've been spraying it on my pillows at night because it reminds me of that damn Snuggle spray that, like, they stopped making it years ago, but this is what that smells like. And I have something else that's like a nostalgia smell too that I'll talk about later. Then I got this, again, on a whim. I was ordering, I think, a moisturizer from Ulta, and I saw that this Eau de Juice line had body sprays now. So this is a big 8-ounce spray bottle of it, and this was only $9.99. So, I mean, it's a body spray. It's not very long lasting, but this one is called Cherry. or is it cherry? Cherie? I don't know if it's supposed to be cherry, just cherry, and then they have the French name underneath, which is Cherie. But this is the cherry one. And again, pretty like cherry fruity-ish, but again, it's got that musk undertone to it. I like this a lot, and it doesn't last very long, but it was a cheap body spray, so I wasn't expecting it to anyways. But they have a whole bunch of these now, and it's super cute packaging. I do have one of their like perfumes from a while ago, and I never liked the scent of it that much. I thought I was gonna love it by the scent description when I ordered it, but it's just like not something I would wear a lot. I like it. They have a bunch of them if you're looking for like a cheap body mist for summertime, because I like to just, especially with like the Bath and Body Works ones that I have, I just spray myself when it's super warm out. It kind of helps cool you off. All right, so that's that stuff. I got all the perfumes down. The next thing, and I've had this for a while, and since I haven't done a favorites video in so long, I haven't talked about it. It's the About Face Eye Primer. This is the brand from the singer Halsey, and I really like this because it's got the type of applicator I like. Like, you can actually get in there and get at the product and stuff, and when it starts getting low, obviously it's in a tube, so you can kind of squeeze it to the top and still get at it. So it's just an eye primer. It's been working really well for me. In the past, I had trouble with eye primers a lot because I've always had such oily eyelids, but I find as I get older, it's not as much of an issue. The Urban Decay Primer Potion was, for the longest time, the only one that would ever work for me. And then I started using one from Hard Candy that I don't even know if they make anymore, but that was like ideal because it was so much cheaper than the Urban Decay one, and it felt like it was the same exact formula. But now I find that I can try different ones and I'm having good results with them. So this is the newest one that I've been trying, and I like it. Eye primer, and then another, oh, I haven't done any hair stuff yet. So this is a hair item. I got this from Influencer to review. This is the Herbal Essences All-in-One Nourishing Spray. It says it is aloe and camellia. This is another thing that is hitting me in the nostalgia, and I cannot place, I've got hiccups now, I cannot place what this is. I still haven't been able to figure it out. It smells slightly coconutty, but I think that maybe this was something my mom used in my hair as a kid, like the scent of it. I don't know, but it says it reduces frizz, it strengthens against breakage, detangles. I've just been using it as like a detangler. When I get out of the shower, I spray it all over and brush it through my hair, and haven't noticed like much of a difference in what it does for my hair, but I love the scent of it. So it smells really good. It's a very nostalgic scent. It's not like old school Herbal Essences scent. It's a very like kind of florally but coconutty scent, and I can't place what it is. So maybe someday it will hit me, but for now I can't figure out what it's reminding me of, but it smells really good, and my hair is soft after using it, so that is a plus as well. Oh, I didn't grab the other thing. Okay, hold on. Let me go grab the other thing. Now, I almost put this in the fails, because when I tell you I'm on the fence about this, I can't decide if I like it or not. I think it's mostly because of the price. This was a $36 friggin' tube of hair stuff. This is the Bumble and Bumble Don't Blow It Thick Hair Styler. So it's meant for when you're air drying your hair, which is, I've been on the hunt for something like that because it's the time of the year where I hate blow drying and straightening and heat styling my hair and everything. And I just let it air dry because it's so hot outside anyway. It's straightened now, and I'm gonna talk about why when I talk about my fail stuff. But I've just been letting it air dry a lot lately. So I was excited when I learned about this because I was researching like what is some good anti-frizz stuff that you can just throw in your hair when you have thick curly hair and you want to let it air dry, because I have had such an issue with frizz lately, and it hasn't even been humid here yet. So it says great hair days for hard to manage manes, no heat, no hassle. You're supposed to be able to just throw it in your hair and let it air dry and everything. I do find that it works when you just gotten out of the shower, you put a bunch of it in your hair, which is, you have to use a bunch. I mean, I have really thick hair, and I feel like for a $36 tube, I've already gone through like this much of it. It was filled to the top, but like I have to use so much. It's kind of a downside. And it works good when your hair is soaking wet. You put it in, you comb it through, and then you just let your hair air dry. But then like the second day, it was all frizzy again. So it's kind of like you have to like I don't want to wash my hair every day and have to use this. So it's kind of a fail. I like the smell of it. I like that it doesn't make my hair feel super heavy, because a lot of the times frizz killing stuff can make your hair feel greasy and weighed down. It's got a very like light perfumey scent to it. But it's just an okay type thing, because it's way too expensive for what it is. And like I can just throw in my super cheap gel and have the same effect and keep the frizz away for longer. So that's technically a fail, but I wanted to talk about it with the other hair stuff I'm talking about here. And then I guess I really only have two other things that are, oh no, I have this too, okay. Hold on, there's a couple things. Okay, I grabbed these brushes from Essence, also in that Ulta order where I got the cherry body spray. I'm trying to keep an eye on my battery. So they have a bunch of new brushes, and I kept the packaging because I couldn't remember what the name of it was. It doesn't say it on the brush. This is the all-in-one blending brush, and I'm gonna get some more of these because I absolutely love it. I've been looking for so long for a blending brush to replace my absolute favorite, which was one from BH Cosmetics. They're not even in business anymore, I don't think, and they definitely haven't made that brush for years. But I can never find one that's like the same floofiness, but yet the same density, just to blend out the outer corners and stuff. This one is pretty damn close. So it's like a fluffy blending brush, but it's tapered at the top, so it's got that little point that gets into your crease really nicely, and it's big enough, but not too big, because like I've definitely ordered some before that were way too fluffy and not what I was looking for. The only downside of this is it has that silicone-y, rubberized feel to it, and I hate that because I've had brushes from Real Techniques before that I absolutely loved, but they had this coating on it that for whatever reason, after like a year or so, it starts getting all sticky. Like, I don't know what it is. The old Kat Von D palettes were like that too, where they had that rubberized feel, but now, like, I have them just in my collection still, and they're all sticky. I don't know why this material does that, but I also don't know why brands keep making stuff out of this material, because it's just gonna get gross, and it's kind of a bummer. I almost want to like cover it all with duct tape or something to protect it from getting that sticky feeling, because I love the tip of the brush so much. So that's the all-in-one blending brush, and then I got just the blending brush because I wanted to see the difference. This one is slightly smaller, and it's not as dense, so it's kind of like too wibbly wobbly for my liking. It's good to just like tap some color on the outer corner, I guess, but this one is not the best. I like the all-in-one blending brush much better, but they had a ton of different ones. They have like all kinds of face brushes and stuff, and definitely if I had to pick between these two, I would pick the all-in-one, because you can see the size difference. Just the way that it's tapered at the top like that, and it's nice and floofed out, but still pretty dense. That is the way to go. That is my favorite type of blending brush. And I'm glad that I picked that one up, because I still use that old BH Cosmetics one, but it's like falling apart. Alright, so then I got this is a lip scrub from Buxom. I've always loved Buxom lip products, but they like discontinue stuff that I like way too often. Like, they used to have a lip gloss that I loved and they don't make it anymore. But anyway, this is called the Powerful lip scrub in dragon fruit. I think the other flavor they have is guava or something like that. So it's just a lip scrub in stick form. It's white, and it has almost like, I don't know what the little black scrubbies they use are. They kind of look like poppy seeds, but it's not poppy seeds, otherwise it would say that in the ingredients. It just said like sugar granules or something like that. But it's really rough, but it scrubs your lips really well, helps with the dry skin, and it's got a really like moisturizing, the whole white part of it is very lip balmy feeling and moisturizing. So this isn't one of the kinds that you can just like lick off like the Lush lip scrubs or the ones that I make. But you're supposed to just wipe it off with a cloth after you use it. And I've been really enjoying this so far. It smells good. It smells like dragon fruit and plastic, kind of. I think that's just the packaging itself. But I like that so far. And then the last thing on my favorites list is the new Colossal Bubble Mascara from Maybelline. Maybelline has really good mascaras for really affordable prices. They always have. They've been one of my favorite drugstore mascaras for years. I always like to try the new ones that come out. I have it on today, and I don't know if you can... I think I have a picture on my phone that I took comparing like my lashes without it and then with it on. This is the closest I've come to finding my like a replacement for my favorite Essence mascara that they stopped making, which was the Lashes of the Day one. It lifts and it separates. It doesn't make them look spidery. This is just my new favorite. And the fact that it was, I think it's only $9.99, so it's way cheaper than the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes, which is one of my other favorites. I don't know why it's not focusing. It's got really short bristles on it, and they're kind of like swirled on the top. So like when I saw this, I was surprised it worked so well because the bristles are so tiny, but they're not like the rubbery bristles, like the little silicone bristles. They're just regular bristles, but it does such a good job of separating your lashes, not clumping them, giving them a lot of lift, and I really like it so far. So this is my new favorite mascara for sure. And then I have a couple of fails aside from the Bumble and Bumble thing that I talked about, but the first one I'm gonna stick up. On the same vein as the Mucinex gummies, we also had bought Robitussin chews, which were gummy Robitussin ones. These were adult ones, so I had bought those for Steven and I. And when we took them the first time, mind you, they didn't really help with the cough at all either, so they're definitely not worth it. But the only way I can describe the taste is it tasted like if you just like put your mouth inside a grandma's medicine cabinet and chewed on it. Like, it was so gross. I will never take those again. I'd rather choke down the disgusting cough syrup than chew on those again. They're so gross. And it was like $13.99 for this tiny bottle of them. So not worth it. 100% not worth it. Then these cat treat squeezers, which I got these off Temu a while ago, okay? And they're covered in like sparkle dust because they've been sitting up here waiting for me to make this video. First of all, they're flimsy because this one is broken. It's snapped in transit and I got my money back for that one. But they're basically for those, the little packets of soft cat treats that you squeeze out, and you're supposed to be able to put it in here, and then as the cat licks it out of the spoon, you can just squeeze all the stuff out of it and it goes into the spoon. My cats will not touch those treats out of this thing. Like, they don't want to use it at all, which is kind of annoying because they're obsessed with those Temptation squeezy treats, but they don't want to touch them if I'm trying to use this with it. So these were just a big waste, totally not worth it. Maybe your cat will like it, but I'm telling you, mine did not. Neither one of them wanted to use it. They'd rather me just sit there and squeeze it for them and get it all over my hands. That's why I thought this was a good idea, because I don't like, those things stink and I don't like getting it all over my fingers. But these are probably just gonna go in the trash because they're not using them. Even like, you can see on the back here, the plastic is turning whitish, like it's gonna snap anyway. And like, I haven't friggin' used these things, so I don't know why they're so flimsy, but yeah, not a good thing. Okay, so now the real fail here. And I was kind of on the fence about these too because they work in a very specific way. So I'm going to talk about this. These were things that I got this whole line from Influencer to review. It's the Amika, I believe it's called. Amika Forget Frizz line. So there's an anti-frizz shampoo, anti-frizz conditioner, and Frizz Me Not Hydrating Anti-Frizz Treatment. So I used these 3 things on my hair last night. This is all I put in my hair before I styled it and straightened it, and you can see that it's nice and shiny. It's not frizzy, so it works in that respect. It did a good job on keeping it sleek and shiny and no frizz and everything. But you can't just use it and not style your hair. You have to heat style your hair after you use this stuff, which is a downside for me because I don't love heat styling my hair every single time I wash it. It's too much work most of the time. I hate doing it. So it doesn't like specifically tell you on the shampoo and conditioner that you have to heat style it after, which doesn't really make sense to me. Because the only time it works is when you heat style it. On the spray it says, comb through evenly to ensure hair is fully saturated, heat style with a blow dryer or diffuser for best results. So this one does say heat style after, but it doesn't say anything about that on the shampoo and conditioner, which is kind of a bugaboo for me. Because you can't just use this and then let your hair air dry or just like diffuse it and not straighten it or anything, for me anyway, because I did that maybe the 2nd or 3rd time I used it. I just was lazy and wasn't doing anything with my hair and I let it air dry. My hair was the frizziest I've ever seen it. Like, it made the frizz worse, which did not make sense to me because it's supposed to be anti-frizz stuff. I figured even if I let my hair air dry, it's probably not going to be that bad frizz-wise. It was horrible. So that's why I used it again last night, and I wanted to test it, like, using all 3 things, straightening it the way I would normally straighten it. And I mean, I have like a bump here because I had it in a ponytail, but it's nice and sleek and flat and stuff. So I think I'm on the fence of putting it on a total fail. It's more of like heat protectant, what's the word I'm looking for? If I know I'm going to flat iron my hair and everything and style it that way, I will happily use this set of products. But like, I don't love having a bunch of different shampoos and conditioners in my shower at the same time. So it's kind of a bummer that this is not an all-in-one, hey, you can use this whenever shampoo and conditioner. But if I know I'm going to be styling my hair and straightening it and everything, I'm fine with it. But otherwise, I looked at the price because these were on Sephora, and they're way not worth it if they're not not universal use type shampoo and conditioner, because these are bottles that are like $20 a piece or something like that. Let me see. They have all different kind of stuff. Yeah, the shampoo and the conditioner are $28 a piece. That's insanity to me, because these are like the same price as the Perfect Day, I think, or the curl brand that I really like. Okay, sorry, battery died, had to switch it. Living Proof is what I meant, not Perfect Day. Living Proof has a product called Perfect Day, and that's what I was thinking, or Perfect Hair Day. And that's what I was thinking of. But their products work, and work really well. For these to only work when you're flat ironing your hair is kind of a bummer. But like I said, if I know ahead of time I'm going to flat iron my hair, then they're worth it. It's just more product in my shower that I have to keep in there all the time. So yeah, the shampoo and conditioner are $28 a piece, and then the spray is $14 for the little one. $14 for the mini 2-ounce size, but this 6.7 ounce one is $30. So yeah, the whole set, that's ridiculous. If I had bought these, I would be pissed at how poorly they work when you just want to like wash and go with your hair. So yeah, that's why they're on my fails list. They do a good job if you're planning on straightening your hair, but if you have like curly hair and you just want to diffuse it, it makes it frizzy. If you want to just air dry it, it's the frizziest hair you're ever gonna have. So it's definitely not worth it with the price that they're charging for these. But the scent is also really nice. That's why I'm so on the fence about like totally knocking it down. The shampoo has a very light, kind of soapy, but like perfumey scent to it. The conditioner smells amazing. This is a very like soft, powdery, yet floral scent to it. And then I believe the spray has the same type of scent as the conditioner. Kind of, but like with a little bit of coconut added to it. So I really like the packaging too. It's super cute. Look, it has skulls on it, which is one of my favorite things. But it's just, they make it so that it works on like all hair types because I don't like to straighten my hair all the time. I'll probably get a lot of use out of this once fall comes around again and like I'm more into styling my hair. But in the summertime, man, it's so hot. I just want to wash my hair and let it air dry and be done with it because it's too much work. It's really annoying. But anyway, that is pretty much it for all the favorites. I think I got everything over here. Oh wait, I do have this too. This was another Influenster thing that they sent me. This was the e.l.f. brow laminating gel. So this has a little brush on one end that has a brush and a comb. Doesn't really want to focus, I don't know why. And then it's just got a gel that's kind of whitish. It's more like a cream than a gel, but it does a good job at keeping your brows in place. I don't get the whole laminating and brushing it like crazy and stuff because I don't like my brows to be like bushy and sticking up and everything. So I've just been using it as like a gel to keep it in keep my brows in place. It's a good thing I'm done because I can't talk. Okay, so now I can finally put all this stuff away and not have it off to the side piling up for me to do this video. But I will try and do these in a more timely manner because I waited way too long. There's my phone. I waited way too long since the last one to do another one. So hopefully the next one will be maybe in a month. Like maybe I'll start doing them monthly again because I used to do that and then I just ran out of stuff to like keep them consistent. So I don't know, we'll see. But I'm going to go and I will talk to you guys in my next video.